guys, happy Friday. We're here with another Flexy Friday video, and I wanted to talk about specifically lats, so these big muscles just behind your armpits, as well as shoulders. So they're very interconnected when you're doing certain movements like front rack movements. So you've got a barbell up, you really want to keep pushing these elbows forward. It's got a lot to do with these big back muscles that are super tight, pulling up into the shoulders, and also a little bit of the triceps. But I thought, let me talk more about the lats and the shoulders and some of my favorite exercises to do. There's a couple of ways of doing the exact same exercise to hit different muscle groups, and I'm going to show you how to get those done today. So you're going to need something sturdy. You can even do it against a wall, but a chair just to put your hands down flat. A chair, a bench, a table. You can do this standing or you can do it kneeling, and there's different variations that you can do. So I've got a chair here, hopefully a nice sturdy chair that obviously doesn't go anywhere. I'm going to first start off kneeling. Arms stay dead straight, and I want to think about pressing down, so getting into these nice big lat muscles. Some of us feel big, some of us are still obviously developing, like me, my little baby lat muscles. So my arms are dead straight, I'm pushing back, I'm not sitting back, my knees and my hips are sort of stacked, and this is going to give me room to obviously press then forward later on. So I'm first going to start off by keeping arms straight. I'm going to push my head through and down, and I'm going to let my rib cage open, and this is going to get me super low. This is the lower version of the one, and I just think about holding. I'm pressing down, I'm keeping my arms straight, and I'm worrying about my elbows not flaring out, but rather pressing down. So I want this crease to not be out, but rather be flexed forward, sort of up, if I had to say up towards the sky, so that you are thinking about pressing down. This is the first one. So I'm just going to hold here for 5 seconds. You're going to have a look. I'm going to press forward, and I'm just going to hold. From there onwards, to get more into the upper back. To get more into the upper back, I'm going to think about not opening up my rib cage, but rather tucking it closed. And I'm going to keep that. So this is going to allow me to not get as low, but it's really going to start thinking about that upper back more so. So same thing, it's if hip back isn't flared, it's tucked, and I want to think about pressing down, the exact same thing, but now there's that curl where that would be that flare open. The one hits different muscles, the same muscles in a slightly different way, but both of them are absolutely great. Alternate between that thinking about tucking the rib cage or flaring the rib cage. One will get a slightly different feeling than the other. From there onwards, I then don't want to do straight arms, but rather bent arms. So I'm going to get my elbows onto the exact same position. From there onwards, I'm definitely not going to get through as much. I'm going to first start by an open rib cage, so just thinking about sitting through as much as I possibly can, and I can move my elbows back and forth here a little bit. This gets very much more so into the triceps and the shoulders. I personally only feel it in shoulders, but I have heard a lot of people say that they feel it in triceps as well. So it's just where we are most tight. So I'm going to hold it again so you can have a look. Flared rib cage, thinking about pressing through and just holding. From there, the exact same thing. Instead of a flared rib cage, I'm thinking about tucking, and then again, I'm not going to get as through as much, but I'm definitely going to feel it. So elbows on, not tucked rib cage, not flared rib cage, but rather tucked rib cage and through, and then I definitely feel it more upper back and shoulders as opposed to just shoulders with the flared rib cage. So tucked rib cage and press through, depending on how you're feeling, you can press back and forth with that position. That's my absolute favorite stretch, guys, for shoulders and lats. I've got a couple more under my sleeve, but I just want to do one as you go, just so you can just think about one variation at a time instead of a couple of stretches together. Just one. Try the different variations. The most important part is that you don't always stretch with this flared rib cage, so this open rib cage with your sort of hips up, but rather think about tucking, keeping rib cage closed, and trying to see that what that different variation feels like, and make sure that we are trying both and see how that alters our stretching. Have an awesome Friday, guys. Thank you so much. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll check you on Monday. Let me know how this feels. I'd love to hear in the comments below what you felt, where you felt it, and how effective it was for you. Thanks so much, guys.